Hey, a few months ago I did a deep dive video on using references to heighten humor. I am really proud of it, and it is also really long. So today I'm doing you a favor. I pulled the best 3 minutes, the stuff that actually moves the needle, so you can get the full idea without committing to a TED Talk. You're welcome. This is References in 3 Minutes on Find the Funny Friday. Have you ever seen someone make an entire room burst into laughter with just one perfectly timed reference? It's not because they've memorized pop culture encyclopedias. It's because they understand something that most people don't about the psychology of references. Something fascinating about references that most people never realize is they create what psychologists call in-group bonding, a feeling of belonging that triggers dopamine in the brain. In other words, references literally make your audience's brain light up. Here's an example from one of the personal essays I've posted here on the channel.
I'm afraid of whales, the likes of which in 1981 swallowed a man who was out alive a few days later, completely bleached from head to toe, looking like Herbert Murlock from the Time Machine.
Many of you aren't going to get that reference, which is totally fine, and I will address using references that some folks may not get in just a minute. I mentioned being bleached from head to toe already, so they already have an image in their heads. But the reference adds a specific for those who get it, and for those who get it, this reference creates a small group who feel in the know. They feel special, and they feel a stronger bond to you. And that bond makes them want to support you and makes them want to hear more. Do the other members of the audience feel excluded? Maybe. But what you hope they experience is curiosity. You hope they will want to go find out about that film or that character, or even just ask you about it. Let's do another one.
I loved this time of the night/morning because I could often drive all the way home without seeing a single other vehicle, and it made me feel like a Mega Man when he's on his way to the abandoned movie theater.
The folks in your audience who get that reference, they feel special. And the ones who don't know it are hopefully curious to find out what it is. When you make a reference that your audience gets in writing, in performance, or in conversation, it usually makes them laugh. Now let me show you the gold standard of what happens when a reference lands perfectly. Pay attention to not just what they say, but the reaction it creates.
You always have to be suspicious of the person who calls the meeting.
The Godfather? Was that a Godfather reference?
Yeah, that's it.
Clemenza?
No, the other guy, the Tessio.
Tessio, right.
Yeah.
Tessio approaches Michael at the funeral and asks for a meeting with
Barzini?
Barzini, oh my God, yes!
That is what you hope for when you use a reference. You want people to feel celebratory. She could have said the same thing without using a film reference, and the point would have been made about her being suspicious, but the humor would have been missed. And that acceptance and being embraced by the people with whom you're trying to communicate is addictive for both you and them. You're going to want more of it, and I say go for it. Use those references. You done good. Same shirt, different background, same hair, different cut. Although I am not above wearing a wig. I'll wear a wig.
If someone said 3 years